Ready for the dictation? Ready, start. These minimum wages only provided them with the barest means of subsistence, and it was very necessary that it should have been done. Stop. This legislation was, of course, necessary because the workers in most of these industries, which are mentioned in parts 1 and 2 of the schedule in the Parent Act, were not organized enough. Stop. The Act of 1948 has not been implemented as expeditiously and as widely as we would like. Stop. There are certain industries like the tannery industry in Uttar Pradesh where the minimum wages have not been fixed in spite of the fact that the act is 13 years old. Stop. There are other instances also from other states. Stop. In the case of agricultural labor, the progress has been much slower than it was expected, though the original act in 1958 laid it down that the minimum wages for agricultural and industrial workers should be fixed within 3 years. Stop para. Sir, it is now 13 years since that act came into being, and we find that even after these 13 years, in the case of agricultural labor, we have not done what was originally intended to be done in 3 years. Stop. There are undoubtedly a number of practical difficulties, but there is also a fact to be reckoned with that all the state governments are not equally enthusiastic about fixation of minimum wages for agricultural labor. Stop. It is correct to say that it will be no use fixing minimum wages or not being able to enforce them. Stop. But that was something which was taken into consideration when the original bill was considered. Stop. When the Minimum Wages Act of 1948 was enacted, all these was taken into consideration. Stop. It is only reasonable to expect that minimum wages for agricultural labor will be fixed as quickly as possible, and that those states which have not done so will be pulled up by the center as best as the center can. Stop. The present bill mainly deals with that situation. Stop. It is correct, sir, as has been stated in the statement of objects and reasons of the bill. In the case of those industries in the schedule, those sweated industries for which this act was meant, quite a substantial percentage of workers has been covered, but the same cannot be said to agricultural labor. Stop. It would have been much better if the government was in a position to say the same about agricultural labor. Stop. It is because of lack of enthusiasm on the labor part of state governments that our labor ministry has come to this house. Stop.